The court backlog in the Bahamas is set to get even worse. That's according to Chief Justice Brian Murray, who gave the warning on Tuesday as he announced sweeping changes for the judiciary amid the COVID-19 pandemic, including the suspension of new trials in both the Supreme and Magistrates Courts for at least 2 weeks. Despite fears of the spread of the novel coronavirus, Murray said it's not viable to completely shut down the judiciary. However, he said the court will work to protect the safety and health of judicial staff and members of the public.
New criminal jury trials in the Supreme Court will be suspended until the 14th of April 2020, when the position will be reviewed on the basis of prevailing circumstances.
As it relates to trials on the Magistrates Court,
new trials will be suspended in criminal cases, juvenile cases, and coroner inquests until the 30th of March 2020, when the position will be reviewed. A determination will be made at that time with regard to the future course of these trials.
Murray said ongoing cases are expected to be wrapped up in the next 7 days. Some Supreme Court civil cases, interlocutory applications, and case management hearings will be carried out by use of video link where possible. He said some bail applications will also proceed by video link in the remand court at the correctional facility. He said this will minimize the need to transport suspects to the court.
And you will see that the underlying theme behind these protocols is to reduce as much as possible in-person physical hearings.
Murray said arraignments on the magistrate side will proceed. However, social distancing will be mandatory and the number of people allowed in court will be limited. New trials for traffic cases will also be suspended until the end of the month. However, ongoing cases will proceed but also be subject to the same parameters. He added that all magistrate travel to the Family Island will be suspended for 1 month. Murray acknowledged that these measures will have an impact.
I think these measures, which, as I say, are mitigation initiatives, I think will contribute to our backlog. I don't think there's any question about that.
He said the judiciary will mitigate the fallout as best it can.
As judicial officers, judges, registrars, magistrates, we have discussed this, and we are going to make every effort to ensure that cases and applications which are displaced as a result of these protocols will get some priority in terms of rescheduling when life gets back to normal. It will cause some convenience, and I'm afraid that's the price we have to pay given the crisis that we are currently in.
Murray said they have also introduced an enhanced cleaning regime in high-traffic public areas and court buildings and established hand sanitizing stations in strategic locations for staff and court users, among other measures. Murray called on the public to monitor the court's website at www.bahamasjudiciary.com for updates. Reporting for Guardian News Network, I'm Jasmine Brown.